All right, so I figured out what was going on the other recording. It looks like YouTube decided, even though I did a whole bunch of processing, to post-process my videos anyway and amplify the volume just astronomically, probably because of how quiet the general game sounds were versus the recording of my voice. I've done a couple of tweaks and did it. So one of the people recommended, who may be the only person watching right now, I guess, recommended, or I should say requested, that we start a new game. So I'm going to do that, I think. Don't just load my save game. I want to start a new game. Nope, you're loading my save game. Maybe. Maybe you're loading my save game. Maybe you're not loading my save game. Who knows? You're loading my save game. I don't want you to do that because I want to start a new one. And you're a huge pain in my ass, Rockstar. Alright, so... New game. Yes. So now we get to watch another loading screen. Welcome to Red Dead Loading Screen.com. The screen loads, and then it loads some more. And then it loads some more. Beautiful paddle boat on a beautiful sunny day. Apparently that must have been my homely wife. I apologize if you can hear a buzzing in the background. I don't think you can, it's on low. Eat a dick, you little shit. That's what he was thinking. Rockstar Games presents one of the best games ever made. I know how to walk to a train. Amazing how well they did this without any dialogue. They still managed to make it known that Marston had no urge to be on this train, and those guys are assholes.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land.
Look how annoyed he
but
looked.
They've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Sure they are. They love it.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently...
Oh, he was checking out that girl's ass.
fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Amazing that we sat between so many people, like two groups of people that had the most expositional
What
action
you must
there.
remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
Well, not killing each other.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Okay, so that was some really impressive attention to detail that I don't know if you caught it. When it was going along and it was showing him looking out the window, they actually had his eyes tracking the stuff outside like a person's eyes do. If you've ever watched anyone do that, like their eyes will track something and then snap back so that you can actually focus on it. That's an impressive attention to detail for the time frame that this game was made, and I am really impressed by it. Alright. We're supposed to go meet a dude in the saloon. That seems to be a big old fat saloon. Get on my way, you drunken bastard. Who apparently just fell out of the camera range.
Marston! Mr. Marston's over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends. They're pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front. Stay away.
I'm gonna check something here. No, I got those all maxed. Alright, we got horses.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Mighty fine evening to you.
Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust. Whoa now.
You know, we could have just gone around it.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is.
I do, in fact.
So
know
what are you
how
doing up
things
at the
is.
fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Yep. This dude does not shut
Yeah.
up.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Well, this guy's a real winner.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
He catches on pretty quick. You're right, it is not your business.
Yeah,
And it will not be your business.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me, there's things you better off not knowing.
Deal. I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill.
I'm not sure that carcass counts as important, but there it is.
Slow it up now.
Giddy up. Whoa! Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend.
All right, bye.
You have yourself a good time.
See you later. I am going to go do something stupid.
Come on.
Nothing about this seems like a good idea to me. I mean, it's a fort. Who walks up to the front door of a fort? It's like asking for trouble, or to get shot. People choose to hide in forts because they have such
Bill!
a good view of the outside.
Bill, I've come for you. Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
Still do.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before.
Nope.
You only seemed to save yourself.
Well, you know, people change.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Makes you wonder if he was just standing up there above the door. Or what? Oh, so they just left me there. Really shouldn't move somebody who's been shot. Should probably patch him up first. Might bleed out. Might have further organ damage happen. These things, they're bad. So, I guess we're not leaving Armadillo right away. Armadillo. This one's going to have a lot of exposition because it's going to be the first few intro bits.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you.
I mean, you
For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
She took my golden gun. Why do I owe her money still? One of the things is this game, as you watch it, just bear in mind that this is from like 2006, 2007, some shit like that. Look at how quality it is. Look at the graphics. Like, you can see where it's a little bit lower resolution, but I mean, it still looks really good. Like, really good considering. All right, let's do some of the early tutorial missions here. We're going to clock this episode in at about 30 minutes, and then we're going to run every single one after that at
Mr. Marston,
about an hour.
back in the land of the living, I see.
Where the fuck are you?
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands round here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
I mean, I realize that $15 is a lot of money, but she's like, I had a gun made of gold.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Giddy up!
Fine is...
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Yes, that was great. We'll wig out.
Come on!
It's going to be the slow-mo roll around the farm.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Yeah, that is a little odd. Stable.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
feel like I seemed like I
That's
was
the
a
train
completely polite,
station.
nice young man.
Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Running on the tracks is always the best bet and safest option. Nothing could ever go wrong.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah! And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Come on. Alright, so when you go and hitch at the post, it saves that horse as your horse.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't bite.
Oh, well then you're immediately less fun.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure will.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The
I mean,
country
it's
is really beautiful
Not
around
that great.
this
It's the
time.
lowest end repeater rifle you can get, but that's neither here nor there. Or the lowest end rifle.
Come on, then. Let's mount
Perfect.
up and take a look around.
Alright. Up.
Come!
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Pretty bright out considering that, you know, it's nighttime at a time when electric lights didn't exist.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Get your rifle out. It's about time these nut their arrangement. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. That rabbit's gonna stand a chance. Mount back up. We should check out the rest of the ranch.
Got all your stupid rabbits.
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
Sure we do.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Was that a coyote? Get those pests before they scare the livestock. That coyote won't be fat. Hurry, I bet they're going straight for the chicken coop.
Shit.
Come on!
Yeah, you got one! Damn coyotes!
That's the step.
Nice shot! Easy now. Well,
I think we got 'em all.
we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Let's go.
Coyotes. Those coyotes are going to be a general thorn
You
in our
know,
side,
you
but
can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Slow it up now.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life.
well, that's
Get
good.
some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
All right, so we've done the main tutorials. How to ride, how to shoot and ride, and now how to save.
There's a change of season in the air. I feel it in my patient's bones.
We do have an unlimited ammo trunk.
Hello, sir. Eagerly awaiting delivery of a new variety of...
And when we do good things, we get honor. When we do bad things, we lose honor. We gain fame either way, so people start to know who we are, whether or not we're good guys, what we do, all sorts of shit like that. It's what we do.
Howdy.
Now we're perfectly healed. We no longer have the limp. So let's go talk to Bonnie and move on to the next quest.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson.
Sure didn't.
What you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
Oh, snap.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll
Except
see.
It's not a fair race because the horse that you gave me is shitty. Piece of shit horse. You give me a real horse.
All right, I'll show
Wait
you
until
how
I
to
get a
ride
real
around
horse,
these parts.
and then I'll race you. But we're gonna do this race. See how I do.
Yeah!
Let's go.
I don't want to know what that man's doing.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
Whoops.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland.
Let's start that challenge over. Alright, never mind. Just gonna have to try to catch him. I always forget about that first turn.
Come on.
Don't go easy on me! I have got you now!
Yeah.
Gee up! You're not as bad as I thought you'd be!
Watch and learn, miss! I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland!
That was until
I thought you said you could ride!
Come on!
This is gonna be close!
Wouldn't be close if I could stop fucking up where I was going.
Come on!
Yeah! Yeah!
Try to stay with me now!
Try to keep up, will you?
Shit, kept making wrong
Come
turns.
on, boys!
Come on!
Call yourself a dangerous outlaw?
Call yourself a rancher?
You call yourself tater
Is that
salad?
the best you can do? Come! Would you like me to slow down?
If I can stay on the track for the rest of it, I should be okay here.
Let's pick up the pace! Yeah. Jiggle those spurs, Miss McFarland! How you doing back there?
Boom!
Easy now!
Bitch, I won.
Yeah.
How you feeling now?
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Well, for a while I'm going to do stupid missions for you so that I can unlock more function. Because I got to do all sorts of shit with you to unlock game modes. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's try to plow through all of her quests in a reasonable
Mr.
amount of time.
Marston,
and
how
go
are
from
you?
there.
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Hop on up, Mr. Marston.
And driving wagons is the same as driving other stuff. Okay, can't
You're
run
looking
over any
much
of the chickens
better,
or you
considering
lose.
you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response.
Excuse me.
I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man.
Oh, that's good.
Stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Mr. Farland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
Thank God we're almost in town. And here we are.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Okay.
The whole town needs my expertise today.
Dear sir, hello.
Any trouble, let me know.
Alright, so
Thank
this
you.
is the primary way that we're going to make money is probably going to be hunting. We'll also get some from quests, but hunting is the big key.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take the stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
I'm not going to bother looking around here right now because we don't have any money and I don't want to do a job for the marshal until after I do more jobs for Bonnie. And the reason for that is because we want to get some extra abilities and stats and stuff that that we need. So let's turn around and go get the stagecoach. Also, random shit will happen around us that we can react to of all sorts.
You're going to make me late. Jump on in. I'm just getting up to speed, mister.
Damn!
That's my
I'm
way.
getting lost.
Wish you weren't this way, too.
I'll see you at the end of a rope for this.
Oops. I apparently just stole a stagecoach. Oh, these things happen. Alright, we need to go the other way. Wanted to ride in it. I didn't want to take it. I just hit the wrong button. So what we're going to do is we're going to run out into the desert a little bit. Peace out, bitches. I gotta go. Alright, so now there's a bounty on my head for 20 bucks.
Faster! Let's go!
Which is unfortunate. Really didn't mean to steal that wagon.
Yeah!
Not my problem. Whatever that is, it's not my problem.
Yeah! Come on! Let's go!
How good are you with iron? I bet you can't beat Ira Shelton in shooting. I'll bet you money.
I can't, because I don't have any. Which is unfortunate at best. Alright, I'll catch you later, buddy.
Come on!
I swear to God, I keep seeing graphical anomalies that make me think I just saw a bunch of coyotes just spread out along the land. I think I ran over a rabbit. Stop!
Come on! Whoa, whoa! Slow it up now.
It's just telegraph. Woman posses and bounty hunters will continue to hunt you down, and I can't pay it off. So that's unfortunate. All right, let's clear off our map marker. I'm gonna head back over to talk to Bonnie some more. Probably should have ridden the horse. But we're just gonna run it. Just gonna jog right on over here. Ah, balls, I hate these fucking cattle missions.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is that I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang.
Like potatoes.
We robbed banks,
Shot
trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No,
You know,
I do
just
understand.
earlier this morning, as compared to
I had
now,
no idea.
which is not even late in the afternoon.
You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's
Wait, what
true.
were we talking about?
Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
Not really.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Yeah.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well,
Depends on
I
what
can
it's
try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
No.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
I like the general character of Marston. He's a pretty chill dude.
Right. Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows?
Sure.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Probably won't think that if you realize that I already have a bounty on my head of $20 for trying to steal a stagecoach.
Easy now. Control that horse, will you? All right, let's see if you can herd cows as well as you can charm humanity.
Oh, you little shit. That's right. Go that way.
He's got it.
Let's go!
That's it. Whoa. Nice job, Mr. Marston.
Stay behind him, Mr. Marston.
Mr. Marston.
Get at y'all. Here he comes. I see him, cowboy. Come on, you dumb heifer.
Slow up.
Get right at them. Drive it this way.
You're a rancher now, Marston. Come on. Strawberry milestone.
This is by far the most obnoxious minigame that this game has. And I wish it didn't have it. Come on. Keep going. This is the only part of the game that really annoys me is when you have to do these missions. And there's an even more annoying one later. Oh look, more cows.
Keep going, Mr. Marston.
Whoa there.
Good. Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing.
Come on.
Keep sweeping behind them. That way they'll stay together.
Come on.
Maybe you motherfuckers should sweep.
Keep them tight now.
You should learn to ride before you learn to herd.
Bitch, you should get out of my way if you want me to fucking hurt these goddamn cows.
Nail it down.
So you think that one
You're
looked
not
pretty
mad
easy
with
and
the herd.
didn't seem that
Ranching
problematic?
might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were
But-
a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss
It's probably the cow
I'll
one.
see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch. Come on, boys.
Please tell me I don't have to put it in. I got $5.
Come on.
I am well on my way to paying my bounty. There's a herd of horses over there.
Stupid animal.
Alright, so first, let's jump for joy.
That's
Pick this
one.
flower. Well, that's going to start us on a little quest thing. And then, where did I put down that deer? Over this way. There it is. And then we're going to skin this deer. So we're going to use that to make a little bit more money. We're going to sell off the flour and the guts to the general store. And hopefully that might give us enough to pay our bounty. Where did I leave my horse? Over there. Is that my horse? Get down. Ooh, deer. Closer. Alright, never mind. We'll just go ahead and pick these, this here feather. Call the horse over. Kill that guy. Alright, let me just gut this thing. And then I'll get on the horse, we'll ride back.
This is dirty.
And see what we got. So, see now that gave us a new quest here. So they got these challenges. Sharpshooter to kill birds. Survivalist to collect wild fur view. There's other ones for all sorts of really weird random tasks that you can do. You're gonna see me randomly just stopping to do some of those periodically, not on purpose. Mostly it's because we need money, and hunting is actually one of the best ways to get money outside of just doing questing. Before we talk to Bonnie though, we're gonna swing over here.
Easy.
Right now, I do not want to have a bounty on me. Later, maybe.
Seems there's something big hanging in the air. Could be good or bad.
Yeah, it could be.
I hope you see something you need. Nice doing
That's
business with
a whopping $1.
Friend's gonna be in town. The bride's that catalog woman on Jefferson Farm.
Ooh, $6 for each feather.
Another satisfied customer.
Alright. So
That's
now
what
we
I
can
got.
use that to go pay our bounty.
Thanks for stopping by.
So
Very proud of my
let's
store.
go pay that bounty off.
There.
Now where'd my fucking horse go? You stupid shit, get over here. Alright, so there should be a telegraph place over here.
Howdy.
Hi.
Stagecoach is the safest way to travel around these parts. I'm gonna give me a pair of mule ears next time I'm down, Armadillo.
Hi, I'd like to pay my bounty.
Freedom's expensive. I'll tell you.
I hope this is adequate penance for your acts.
Darn freight train ran through again last night. I'm about as glad as hell.
Alright, so we still got 25 bucks. We're still doing okay.
I can go a little faster. Why don't you jump up?
Go.
Go back over here to Bonnie. Do one more mission. Don't run over the cat. We're gonna do one more mission with Bonnie, and then we're gonna call that episode. And call that an episode. We're gonna hope that my cat stops mewling at me for no reasons.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Apparently, Marston and I
I'm
think
grateful
alike.
for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
Sounds like you've done
I've
it
seen
wrong.
strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here.
Oh, that's nice of you.
But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Right? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
Beat her in a race, motherfucker. You just made tea and you're talking to me about city dwellers. Give me some nice, strong coffee.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston.
And this is why we continue doing her missions for right now.
Let's see if we can
Because
put that
we're
new
gonna need
lasso of yours to good
this.
use. That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby.
And to do all missions and things I want to do going forward, we need this lasso. Watch out for the chickens. If I run them over, I break the law.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret it sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
But I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
Misogyny. It's still a thing.
There they are! Beauties! Come on, Mr. Marston!
Come on, let's rope one.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Come on, don't be afraid of that lasso.
Part sucks.
Hang on to that rope, Marston.
Whoa!
Slow down.
All right, boy. Now see if you can break it.
All right.
Let's see
so
it,
now
boy.
It's,
You'll have
it's
this thing
fucking
going
going.
Take it slow now.
Almost got you.
And it goes on.
Come on,
got it,
let's
Mr.
go.
Hold it down.
Like it to,
Show me what you got, boy.
especially on the
Try
higher
not to
horses.
spook them too much.
Come on in, cowboy.
That's it.
This tree is making it really complicated for me to see what's happening.
I
You're
got you.
doing fine.
I got you now.
Good work. I'm impressed, Marston.
You should be.
Mount up, Marston. You leave this one to me. Woo! I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Let's go.
Come on, rope one of them.
All right, we're opening another one then.
What are you waiting for? Keep a good hold on him. Jump on and break him in. I got a hold on him. Hold on to him.
Easy there.
So
Nearly
now
there.
when you do, once we have this, I can, now that I have the lasso, there's a few things that we can do. For one, when we do bounties, we can lasso people
Oh,
and
this
tie them up
ain't
and
good.
take them in alive instead
Whoa.
of dead, and therefore
Relax now.
get more money for them.
You're mine now.
The other thing is if we find wild horses, I can get a wild horse, head back to the stable, break it
Break
in.
it now.
You're a regular Bronco buster, city boy. Nice work. I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Yeah. I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
Break it in, get it back to the place, hitch it to a post,
You
and
have
then
a
it
good
becomes
life
your
here.
horse
The
permanently.
life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight. And it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day. If you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure.
I mean, it's fun. Gets you paid.
Come on.
And that's what matters, right? What
Whoa
gets you
there.
paid.
Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying
Where are you
some
at,
horses
you
been
whiny little
spotted
cat?
somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses.
Sure can.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's head for Armadillo.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He never admitted, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to
And a
take
half.
that as a compliment.
As you should, because it was.
In many ways, my wife was kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much.
It's kind of painful, but she's never far from my thoughts.
Looks like the ranch hand's up ahead.
Hey, bitches.
Let's
Oh,
drive
God damn
them
it,
up
we have
the
to herd
canyon
horses.
where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
Alright, I'm on it. sure that you were going to tell me you're going to meet me up there or something. I don't really care. I wasn't listening. I'm just going to bring them over to the canyon. Horses.
Let's go.
Not now, coyotes. I've got a
Slow it up now.
I got a herd of horses here that I'm trying to herd.
All you need to do is chase them into it. Get after them.
Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Come on, you little fuckers. Get back in the group.
Move. Slow up.
No. Just split up.
Come on.
Get back into your fucking herd.
Whoa. Easy.
All you bitches. Go.
Come. Hey. Yeah.
You annoy me so much.
That's it.
God, that's annoying.
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are.
Yeah, it's like they're horses. Oh, I skipped it.
Get in the way.
I skipped it. The dude tried to get on the stallion, and the stallion took off. Flipped it. Took off.
Let's go.
I gotta remember the X skips, and no, I don't want to hit that.
Come on. Go.
Oh my God.
Slow down.
Can't get auto lock reticle point at horse while trying to chase horse.
It's all right.
All right, this one's gonna take a long
Come
time.
on, baby.
Pretty good
Calm
horse.
down. Almost got you. Come on, come on, come on.
Piece of shit.
I got you now. I got you. Here we go.
Alrighty. This horse is much better than the other one.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
All right. So we got a new horse, but in order to keep the horse, like I was saying before, we got to save it. And to save it, we got to hitch it. Oh, look, more honor. So what we're going to do is, this is actually where we're going to call it. We're going to go back here to my house, and we're going to hitch this horse.
Yeah.
And then we're going to call it for the day.
Come on.
See how much faster this thing is? Ooh, it's wonderful. Ripping across the countryside. faster on the dirt than our other horse did on the road. I almost shot that horse. Thinking it was a deer. Great little game. There's a lot of random stuff that'll happen that you'll see that will go by periodically as we're running around out there. We'll get attacked by coyotes, we'll get murdered by leopards and pumas, trust me. It's a really great game. So next time, we're going to do the last couple Bonnie quests that they have right here in the beginning. And then we are going to see what the marshal wants. And once we get a couple of things going on with that, we will start looking into just wandering around and doing some of the general stuff there. So we're going to sleep. 6 hours are going to pass. Hopefully this will lead us into morning. I already went way over the amount of time I wanted to spend here. And see, now the horse has a saddle. It's our horse. And I will see you guys next time. I hope that you enjoy this. And hopefully this should have resolved the audio issue. All right. You guys have a great time. Like, subscribe, share, all that happy horse shit, and I will see you next time.